My mother keeps calling my university telling them that I'm dead. My mother started showing signs of mental illness back in December. She will call my phone constantly in the middle of the night, saying really irrational things like how my heart wasn't beating and how I was dead and just all this other stuff that didn't make sense. I will try to talk some sense into her so that I can explain to her that what she was saying wasn't making any sense. I had a feeling that it was a mental health concern, but I didn't take it too seriously until my mom called me and incoherently crying, and it sounded really serious. I didn't understand her, so I got scared and called the cops to do a mental health check on her. It was obvious that something was wrong, but because she said that she wasn't suicidal or threat to anyone, they left and they didn't question it. Since then, she has gotten a lot worse mentally. She would start calling me constantly to the point where it would wake me up in the middle of the night, and it was in the middle of classes. She refused to get help or get seen, and she was overwhelming me so badly that I blocked her number. Since then, she has been calling my university that I've been staying at full time, and she's been making claims that I am dead or that there's something wrong with me. This is obviously a very serious claim, and it gets the police involved. She knows that I blocked her number, and I explained to her why I wasn't speaking to her. I have asked her to stop calling my school, telling them that there's something wrong with me when there's not, because the consequences could be on me mostly. Since then, she has called my school almost 5 times making claims that I have died. I don't know what to do because the police won't take documentation that my mother is mentally ill, so they take the claim serious every single time, and they will show up at my dorm trying to do mental health checks on me. I don't know what to do because I've tried to ask my mother to stop calling the school and she won't stop. Even family has gotten involved is worried about her and have told her to stop, but she won't. Edit. Thank you everyone for the advice. I just updated the cops, and I just got finished speaking to the cop, and now that they know that she is mentally ill and she was harassing me, they may be able to do a report for the next time she calls, so no one gets sent to my dorm at least. It's a little late where I'm at right now, but tomorrow I am going to call one of the resource lines that you guys have mentioned. My aunt also mentioned that she may have early onset dementia because she is only 49 right now. My aunt said that she was hearing voices and sometimes she didn't know where she was, and she is dealing with extreme paranoia to the point where she get a job and it's going to be homeless soon. Edit 2. I should also add that I am 19 years old and I'm currently in a different city for college, so my mother is in my home city and I'm 3 hours away, so it's not like I can just leave and go around the corner to go see my mother. In order for me to handle all of this legal stuff and to legally become a caretaker for her, I would need to drop out of college just to care for her, and I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with doing that, considering how hard I've worked. Final update. Hello, everyone. I just want to thank everyone for the advice. A lot of it was amazing, and it truly would have been so helpful. I unblocked my mom for one last-ditch effort to see if she would budge about willingly being evaluated. My mother wasn't having an episode when I called, so I was able to have a genuine conversation with her. We basically had an hour-long conversation about me asking her to stop calling the school and the consequences of her doing that. I tried to get her to see that there was something mentally wrong, an illness or disease. Every time I tried to talk about her mental health, she would switch the subject to how poor she was and how she wanted money and help. I tried to mention to her that other people are noticing her sudden behavior change and that she is the only one that is unaware. I asked her about her family history with dementia, and she went mute when I asked that question. I feel like she knows deep down that something is wrong, but all she said was, "I don't know." I think it's because she may be afraid of being labeled, but I'm not really sure. I asked her one final time if she would consider being evaluated and warn her about the consequences of staying undiagnosed. She did not care. I realized to show her how serious I was about how much I wanted her to get help, I gave her an ultimatum. She goes to get evaluated willingly, and I will support her with whatever she may need after her diagnosis, or she stays in the dark with her illness and her life will slowly get worse. I told her that if she chooses the second option, then I no longer want her in my life. I won't sit around and watch someone willingly destroy themselves and their lives. My mother is a grown woman, and she can make her own choices. She has made it clear that she has no intentions on helping herself, and I can't force her to do anything that she doesn't want to do. If she ever decides that she wants help, then she will have to go on her own when she's ready. I made it clear that it may be the last conversation that we may have for a few months or a year because of this choice. I am extremely disappointed in my mother's decision, but there is only so much that I can do.